frame of the shower building should indeed be bonded to a ground rod. National Electrical Code Section 250.104 C addresses the bonding of service equipment. This section stipulates that when service equipment is located in or on a building or structure, a grounding electrode conductor must be run from the grounding electrode system to the service equipment. However, there is an exception. Exception number 3 states that if the service equipment is enclosed in a metal raceway or metal enclosed switchgear and is provided with a means for grounding the enclosure, a grounding electrode conductor is not required. Now, in the specific case of the shower building, it has its own electrical panel, and that panel is not located in or on another building or structure. Consequently, exception number 3 does not apply. Therefore, a grounding electrode conductor must be run from the grounding electrode system to the service equipment. The frame of the shower building falls under the scope of Section 250.110, which covers the bonding of electrical equipment. This section mandates that metal raceways, enclosures, frames, fittings, and other metal non-current carrying parts of electrical equipment and service equipment must be bonded to the grounding electrode system. Since the frame of the shower building is a metal non-current carrying part of the electrical equipment, specifically the service equipment, it must be bonded to the grounding electrode system. This ensures electrical safety by providing a low impedance path for fault current to return to the source, facilitating the operation of overcurrent protective devices like circuit breakers or fuses. The grounding electrode system for the shower building needs to meet certain requirements. Primarily, it must include at least one ground rod. This ground rod should be driven into the ground to a minimum depth of 8 feet below grade. This depth ensures that the ground rod makes good contact with the earth, providing an effective grounding path. The purpose of bonding the frame to a ground rod is to ensure that it's properly grounded. Grounding serves several critical functions. Firstly, it helps to stabilize voltage to ground during normal operation, reducing electrical noise and improving the performance of sensitive electronic equipment. Secondly, and perhaps most importantly, grounding provides a low impedance path for fault currents. In the event of an insulation failure or other fault condition, current will flow through the grounding system back to the source. This high fault current will then trip a circuit breaker or blow a fuse, quickly disconnecting the circuit and preventing electrical shock hazards and equipment damage. Furthermore, effective grounding helps to minimize voltage differences between different metal parts of the electrical system and the surrounding environment. This reduces the risk of electric shock if someone comes into contact with two different metal surfaces simultaneously. In summary, bonding the shower building frame to a ground rod is a code-required safety measure that protects against electrical shock, minimizes equipment damage, and ensures the reliable operation of the electrical system. It is essential to comply with these grounding and bonding requirements to maintain a safe electrical environment.